Hey, what's up everyone? This is Don YOLO here, back for more Mahjong Soul Riichi Mahjong, and today I'll be queuing up to the gold room, 4-player South. I'm currently sitting at Master 2, on the lower half of Master 2, so I'm trying to grind myself up to Master 3. It's been a pretty tough ride. Not gonna lie, I have been going down in rank a little bit recently. So here I am trying to climb myself back up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this first hand looks pretty good. I think I definitely get rid of the south first, since I don't need it. I don't really like drawing this tile right here. I think I'll discard it. Okay. I'm looking at the 2 next because I make a shape. Okay, that's a bad tile actually. I make a shape on the 446 mon, 789 mon. The two so I don't need. And then the 2-3 pins are good. 7 pin I don't need. 6-8 is good. Yeah. Okay. Now this leaves the 8 as the next obvious out of this card because I have a 5 now, so I connect better with that. Yeah, it is already twice cut, so I really don't need it. Do I pawn that? It's not bad because if I get the east, like, yeah, it just speeds things up. I think I do. I think I'll get the east anyways. Okay, the other person just called Riichi, so now I have to be a little bit careful. Good thing I have the 4 for Suji tile. Actually, I think the 1 should be pretty safe, and it's very unnecessary for me. But yeah, good thing the 4 is Suji, because that is likely my discard if I get a 5 here. So, okay. The problem is I don't have a winning hand with that. I have a winning hand with this, but this is pretty risky. However, I do have 8 tiles I'm waiting on, so I think I could do it. Yeah, okay. So you see here, I have 8 tiles I'm waiting on. It's a pretty good weight on a 4-7. Pretty good chances of sumo, and I got it right away, so that worked out pretty well. I did risk a deal-in though for a very small hand, so maybe like it's not the best way to play the game. Since it's a start, I feel like it's okay. But if I had a position to maintain and like going up in value doesn't matter, I probably would not have done that. It is a big sacrifice. Also, I just discarded a south without noticing that the Dora is south. But I guess it's a hard tile for me to keep in my hand. But I could have discarded this first just in case I drew another one. It's a very difficult tile because like I don't really make points of it, and like, you know, people are inclined to discard it right away if they're not south as well. So I'd rather keep it. I think I discard this, the Hatsu first actually. Okay, I don't need that. So my shape right now is like somewhere around the 2-4-5, somewhere around 4-4 so, 5-6 so, 8-8 so, and the 2 red dragons. So really, I don't really need the 2, 8, or 6 here. Okay, West is, wow, the person across from me cut it 3 times. Again, it's just a no value tile for them. I totally understand why. I think that is actually like what they would have to do. Now the question here is, do I take that, right? Does it help me in any way? Kind of. I mean, I'm betting on the red dragon, and it's not too bad. I need to speed things up anyways because I still have 3 tiles to this card. Even though I already have the shape, just like everything is like missing 1. So I don't think that's bad. Okay, Yeah, this is why I had to speed things up, because the person across from me just called Riichi. I'm pretty sure the 6 is safe, so at least I have one safe tile to avoid Ipatsu, right? Now I'm running out of safe stuff. I think it's just this, and like the goal is to get that win before he does. Oh, and I dealt in. At least they don't get a pasta with that, so it's not that bad. I think basically they take. Yeah, basically I lost what I gained, and now I'm like in third. All right. So yeah, that's a good example of like I took a little bit of unnecessary risks that I didn't have to, but I figured his hand wasn't that big, just based on what he already discarded. I think it's this verse, right? Yeah. So 7, 8, 9 is a good shape. The 4 seems unnecessary, but I'll keep it around. 3, 6 seems unnecessary. Yeah. I think it's a 3 first. Next one is probably gonna be this 4 here or the 6 there. Yeah, okay, it's definitely the 4 because I just got a shape there. So now I have 2 shapes on the Mon, 1 shape on the pin, and 1 shape on the So. I'm not gonna eat that and then the Dong, obviously, right? Or now I could have 2 shapes on the So and discard the 1, right? I guess that could work. I don't want to discard the Dong because like that allows me to open up my hand. Yeah, waiting on a 7, like a single tile wait, not the best, but also like having to cut a 6 and an 8 instead of 2 1s just sound like not worth it. I don't know, that was interesting. Okay, I got the Dong. So yeah, now I'm waiting on a 7, so right. And I think it's like it's like conspicuous enough because 1 has been discarded already by the player across from me, that like it's actually pretty probable that someone just like deals in without realizing. Also, this allows me to keep 2 of the Doras, while if I didn't cut that, I'll be forced to cut a Dora, so that's why I cut the 2-1 Mons there. Yes, it does suck that I'm on a single tile wait where there's only 2 copies, so that means it's actually more likely to get a deal in than a sumo, which means if you're playing against good players, you might just be waiting forever, right, for a very long time. Ideally you want to target sumos, but in this situation I'm kind of like forced into this position just to keep the 2 Dora advantage that I have open. Yeah, okay, there we go.
No.
Yeah, it's a single tile wait, but I do get 2 Doras, so that kind of makes up for that risk that I'm taking in a way. Alright, so I'm back in the lead now, but there's very small margins. Anything could happen. I need to pull a little bit farther ahead to really feel like a little bit safe about myself. It's definitely in the north here. Again, I have 2 Doras that I want to keep in this hand, so that's definitely something to consider. These both have been once cut, so I think it might actually be cutting this before the 9 pin, although the 9 pin looks pretty useless right now. Ooh, I keep drawing these dragons. I think, alright, fuck it, I'll just cut the 9 pin. Just in case I just have that, the dragon touch this game, where I just like keep drawing dragons. I don't want to toss them and draw another one because they are value. So I'll probably keep the dragons around for maybe like a few turns. Maybe on the next one I might have to discard one because it doesn't make sense to discard anything else. Okay, yeah, I don't think I have the dragon touch with that draw, definitely not. Something I could go for is Niku here, right? Because I'm looking at 4 pairs, and so then I'm basically like, what I'm trying to look at is what's already cut. Okay, so he called Riichi. This is a safe discard. These guys should be safe discards while I go for Niku and try to get onto a 1-4-7 Mon as I throw out the south and the east, right? That's kind of the goal to win here. Although the chances are slim with someone in Riichi already, it's still technically possible as I sneak into a 4 here. So now I'm down to a 1-7 Mon, and I'm discarding East. So as long as I draw into 1/7 Mon, I will be able to call Riichi and have a more conspicuous weight than my opponent, I think. And now it's like time to think about which one to throw out, right? The 1 Mon seems the most obvious, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I think at this point it's too late to pawn. It's very slow. Okay, that's a good discard because he already cut it. Yeah, so at this point I'm basically on the no pawn phase, right? It's a little too late for me to do that. Okay, I mean I can't wait for that anyway, so I kind of have to cut it, or else I'll be in Fulton, right? Not really much of a choice there. So now I'm still waiting for the same 3 tiles, right? Okay. This was once cut. It's Suji to the 6. I think this is fine. But worst case scenario, I'll have to trash a 1 Mon and hope for the best. It could be their weight, right? There's like no sign that that's not their weight, but it's probably better than discarding any of the other 2 options I have, because this is right next to the discard, and the 4 just seems dangerous overall. Okay, this allows me to capture value, right? But it's just too slow. I don't think I go for it. I could trash the 6 and like not do Niku. It's a little bit of a long shot here, but I think for me now, I'm just trying to get into Tenpai. I'm not even trying to win. So yeah, this allows me to like eat up stuff, right? Although, is that what I really want to do? No, I don't think I really want to do that. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I'm just going for safe discards then. Because the problem is I eat that up and then I don't really have safe discards because I can't really call any of these safe. So apparently the 4 is safe because someone just called Riichi on it. But I would not have known that in any way, right? There was no indications until he called Riichi on that. Okay, you run off the Dora indicator. And what was his weight? It was only the Dora indicator. Wow, okay. That's not really a great weight, but they ended up getting away with it and got a Mangan. So now I'm in second. And someone has fallen quite far down fourth. Like, if they deal in one more big hand, they crash out, essentially. Okay. So I think this one I want to focus because look at the Dora. It's a white dragon as a Dora, so that means green dragon has value, and I have a lot of green cards in this hand. I look like the immigration office right now, just a lot of green cards, you know. So there's definitely a possibility I could get like a really strong hand and just like ball out. You know, not have to worry about anything afterwards. Maybe KO the guy next to me on my right and then like just win and like, you know, call it a day, I guess, right? Like, but yeah, it is one of those hands where I really want to be able to pawn the Dora, because that I think makes a big difference, for me at least. Okay. So the guy on my right is not really slacking. He called something. He might be going for a... Oh, there we go. But the player across from me just called Riichi. So this is quite dangerous. I know the East is safe. And the person next to me is definitely going for a circle hand based on their discards. So the 8 is not exactly safe. I think I might have to discard this. Yeah. Now this is a little tough, right? Because I have 4 tiles, but they're all like incoherent. Like there's nothing going on until right now. Now there's double 8. That takes away point value, but I guess it's not bad. Oh, that's so unlucky. But at the same time, I wouldn't have discarded this because that's just like a lot more riskier. Okay. I think it's just a red dragon here. Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to finish off this hand. Hopefully someone gives me an 8 Mon and then I could pawn and then take care of the So situation. Ooh, that's nasty. I would never discard that though. Is it the 8 or the 3? I think 8 is less likely to deal in, yeah. Okay, now I actually have a weight, right? Like I have a six pin weight. You would not have expected that given like how I played this, but you know things just happen, you know. And sometimes you end up with that weight, and then someone deals in because it doesn't make sense for me to have that weight. But I guess that didn't happen because the player across from me just sumoed their way into another single weight. Luckily, it wasn't that much point value. So you know, I'm third, but definitely climb upable, especially if, you know, they call Riichi and don't make it, then I'm already taking over the position. Drawing into East here is pretty good. The North player just pawned, giving me another turn. I think it's just the one pin here. So I have two shapes on the Mon suit, one shape on the pen suit, and one shape on the So suit, and then the Norths. I think the next tile this card is the door indicator. Do I too? Yeah, I think I do. I just make the points from the East. I never let go of the East, right? Like no matter what, I'm going for the East. It's just 2 points right there. So worth it. So worth it. And then yeah, and then I got the fives lined up. So right now I'm looking for either 8 here on the pins or a 1 on the So or 3 on the So. All of those are great options. 5 So is a bit unnecessary. And then after I get that, my only goal is like waiting for the East. Or someone could give me the East first and then I don't have to do that. Oh, ending up with a 6 is very interesting. I guess I could cut this and not wait for the 8 pin. It is kind of like a weaker weight than a 1-3 So, and the 6 being connected to the 5 here makes it so that I could end up with a situation where I wait for a pair 5 or pair East to win. Although the point value there might be what would sink me, but we'll see, right? Oh god, I should have definitely cut this. I didn't think about the fact that the player across from me was about to win. Okay, so yeah, now I'm actually in third, right? It's not just like very easy to reach third. Like I actually have to score a hand. Now drawing 2 East is kind of bad, right? And it's funny that I keep drawing 2 East because that's my like Mahjong name. However, I could do the Woo. Since that player just discarded it and I have a lot of doubles on his hand, I might as well try the Woo. And not waste the fact that I have 2 East because I don't want to discard it, right? So this fits my meta really well. I'm known for the Woo. You know, known as East Wind guy because my English name Donald Feng sounds like Dong Feng, right? So in Chinese, which means East Wind. So like it just like, you know, really like right up my alley. Oh, that is so unfortunate with the Hatsu. Oh my god, I made a mistake while I was talking. I think yeah, I should have definitely kept the Hatsu and discarded something else. Like it's really hard when you play the Wu to know like what to keep and what not to, but honestly, if it's an honor that's not cut and it provides value, it's usually actually pretty worth keeping. Okay. So now, like, the next tile I cut is probably the 2, because I want to keep the 1 So, because it provides value. Especially for the Wu, right, it provides a lot of value in the sense that, like, if you get 2 or 3 of them, that's points. The North provides some value. If I kept the Hatsu, I would have been closer right now. But that's kind of tough, right? That's a lot of hindsight speaking. But it just kind of goes to show that, like, I gotta lock in a little bit too. That I was, like, getting a little bit too complacent. I would use that word. Given that, like, I don't think I have a chance of being 4th here. But I should reach for 2nd or 1st. I think it's possible I'm not condemned to being 3rd if I play my cards well. Right? Yeah, sure, I don't really have the Riichi potential in this hand. Okay, never mind. This player just dealt in. I hope it's not a KO. Yeah, it's a KO. Alright, so the game is over. Unfortunately, I basically did like nothing wrong and ended up with third. I'm hoping I don't lose ELO for this. And I know South win, right? The ELO's bigger.
一
Okay,
流
I
のプ
only
レイヤ
lose
ーの世
2.
界にあるのは
That's not
勝
too
利だ
bad.
け
I could live with
僕み
that.
たく超一流のプレイヤーなら
Alright, since that was so quick, I think we should do one more.